You don't lose belly fat through ab exercises. Hey team, and welcome to this week's episode of The Inspired Show, the show that's dedicated to helping you become the best version of yourself mentally as well as physically. This week's episode is all about how to drop belly fat in the most efficient way possible, getting you ready for the summer. But before we jump into that, if you're not done so already, we need your help, we need your support. We drop content every single week on our channel, and we want to help as many people as possible. So I need a massive favor. Could you all hit the subscribe button down below? It's completely free to do so, but what it means is, one, you'll get notified when we drop a new episode, and two, it'll help us grow the channel so we can keep supporting people in their health and fitness goals. Don't forget to smash a like on this episode, share it with anybody who may benefit, and as always, if you've got any feedback, questions, or any action points you're going to be taking from this episode, let me know in the comments, because I'd love to hear from you guys and what you're getting up to. So this week's episode is all about how to drop belly fat. And this is one of the biggest problem areas for so many people. I speak to hundreds of people every single month. And one of the biggest challenges is, how can they get rid of the belly fat? It's frustrating, it never seems to go, and they're just spinning the wheels in the mud, not achieving what they want to achieve. So we're going to break down exactly how we do that in a few easy steps, but most importantly, make it long lasting and life-changing for you guys as well. So before we delve into it, there's one thing I want to make abundantly clear. You cannot spot reduce fat in any area of the body. I would love to say, do this one thing and it's magically going to burn belly fat, but I would just be BSing you, and I do not want to do that. In order to drop belly fat, we must lose fat overall. And the only way to lose fat overall is, one, through creating a calorie deficit. And this is done through the food that we consume. Now, one of the most important things when it comes to your calorie deficit and creating that deficit is making sure that we can stick to it. Because anything below your maintenance will be a deficit. Now, the issue most people have is they can't even stick to their deficit, typically because they go too low. They ram the calories down to a low amount, they're quite restrictive, and they just become tired, miserable, and they fall off after a couple of days. So no more than a 10% deficit for you guys to make it manageable. If you don't know how to work it out, download the starter plan that's linked down below. It will give you your calorie intake as a 10% deficit. Now, once you've got your deficit from your food, we need to optimize that. So how do we optimize that? Well, firstly, bang for your buck foods. The foods that are going to keep us fuller for longer and help us stick to that deficit. And these are going to be your volume foods. So fruits, vegetables, high protein foods, and complex carbohydrates like your potatoes. A lot of volume, lower in calories means we can have more of them and less calories in the process. Alongside that, hydration is key. Keeping hydration as part of your health and nutrition is super important. One, it energizes you. Two, it avoids you mistaking hunger and thirst. And three, you're going to feel generally better by being hydrated. Now, on the flip side of that, you also want to ensure that you're not being too restrictive, because I don't know about you guys, but if I don't enjoy what I'm doing, I ain't sticking to it. So 20% of your calories, allow for some flexibility. If you want to take it every now and again, have a takeaway every now and again. If you want a bit of chocolate every now and again, have a bit of chocolate every now and again. That's absolutely fine. The second part of the coin is going to be your movement. So we want to be optimizing our movement. I don't mean going to the gym and ramming yourself into the ground every single day, but what I mean is starting to move more, do a few more steps every single week. So general rule of thumb is, if you're anything under 8,000 steps a day, you want to improve that. Let's say, for argument's sake, you're doing 4,000 steps at the moment. Take that up to 4.5. The week after, 5. The week after that, 5.5. Keep building it up. If you're 8+, then that should be sufficient. If you want to increase it, it will accelerate things, but don't add more stress than you need to. And then the third thing, which is the secret sauce, is the consistency side of things. I know you've heard people speak about consistency until you're blue in the face, but it is very, very important. Now, when it comes to consistency, what we've actually got to do is understand what is stopping us being consistent. And it will be different for different people, but for a lot of people, it might be lack of planning. So are you actually taking time to plan out your week, to know what your breakfast is going to be, your lunch, your dinner? when you're going to be going for your walks, when you're going to be doing your self-care, when you're going to be doing your workouts. Because if you fail to prepare, you're preparing to fail. Another bottleneck could be the all-nothing mindset, where you believe you've got to be 100% on it, otherwise what's the point? Like, how many times have you started in the week, you've done really well for a few days, and then you end up slipping up with your food and go, well, I've slipped on my food now, there's no point going for that walk. Or you said you're going to go to the gym every day, and you miss a gym session and go, well, I've missed the gym now, what's the point in eating healthy? This all-nothing mindset is keeping you stuck. For some people, procrastination, I'll start next week. I'll start when the kids go back to school. I'll start after the weekend. Like, this stop, start again is holding you back. For some people, it's the stress and emotional eating side of things, where you're eating your emotions, you're eating your stresses, or drinking them. Like, these things will really, really hold you back. Now, unless you address these, you're always going to be stop starting with your deficit, with your daily movement, and you're not going to be in that deficit long enough to get to that belly fat. So by addressing these three issues, create a deficit for your food, increasing your movement, and identifying what's stopping you being consistent, it'll be a game changer for you dropping that belly fat. Because it doesn't matter how many ab exercises you do, you will not target fat in that area. So you've got your 3 points you need to work on. Work at them this week, give it a go, and as always, let me know how you get on. Until next week, team, thank you for joining in.